Souls, I hope you're well. Today I would like to share with you a recipe that I often do every week. It's a delicious salad full of very healthy and varied ingredients, and I wish to share with you that recipe because that salad is something I do in order to get a maximum of vitamins and supplements and amazing good vibes into my body, because I'm what you call a fasting. I do intermittent fasting every day, 7 days a week, and that is for reasons of health. It has nothing to do with any ritual or religious or anything like that. It's really a question of health, and I've learned and I invite you to do your research on that topic, but I've learned not only through reading about it but also through my own personal experience over the years that intermittent fasting is something that permits me to keep a really high immune system and health. And this intermittent fasting consists for me of eating only one large meal at around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and then in the evening I have a little snack. It can be a bowl of soup or something like that, and I do not eat after that until the next day at 4 o'clock in the afternoon again. So it's basically one meal a day, but a large one with a little snack. And this is really releases a lot of pressure on the digestive process of your body. It gives you more energy. It really heightens your immune system. So it's an amazing thing to do. It really has changed my life since I've been doing this intermittent fasting. So this is what I wanted to share with you. So this salad is composed of many different ingredients. I use organic ingredients. It's composed of cherry tomatoes, of sauerkraut that I make myself. It's also composed of carrots, cucumbers, portobello mushrooms. What else? Then I have a bit of garlic and a bit of chives. And the sauce, the salad sauce, is actually composed of peanut butter, apple cider vinegar that I also make myself. There is a tahini, which is a paste. It is a sesame seeds paste. There's turmeric and then lemon juice, salt, pepper. What else do I put in there? So many good things. Also some what we call tamari. It's like a bit like soy sauce, but it doesn't have any gluten in it. And I spread over the salad when it's done some hemp seeds and also some sesame seeds. And all of this is extremely healthy, and it really nourishes me for a whole day of things that I have to do. And I really feel, I mean, the colors are beautiful, the taste is delicious, super healthy. So, you know, after eating that meal, my body is just in total gratitude for what I just brought to it. And it's really amazing. And it's you're gonna enjoy it not only in terms of taste, but in terms of colors and beauty. And we're gonna make that recipe together. So follow me for the different steps for creating that beautiful salad. Okay, so let's start the salad. First of all, I usually put some alfalfa sprouts that you can see here. I do make my own grow my own alfalfa sprouts. These are little trays, and for each day I will use a tray full of alfalfa seeds, alfalfa sprouts for my salad.
and I make a rotation like that, where every time I'm done with one, I put new seeds in the evening, and it takes about 3 to 4 days to make alfalfa sprouts. So these are 4 trays, and it permits that rotation for having them 7 days a week. There's a water here that I put water, about 2 cups of water in the morning and in the evening on the top tray, and it sort of trickles down under in this tray. So this is a nice, easy way to do some alfalfa sprouts in your home and always have like really fresh veggies that are available. And mostly they're extremely healthy because being like these tiny seeds, they're full of vital elements since they're still, you know, in their developing state. Here, unfortunately, exceptionally today, I don't have a lot of alfalfa seeds, sprouts developed. Usually they go much higher, they're on top here. They look more like plants rather than looking like sprouted seeds right now. And the reason for that is simply because of logistics. You know, I was not able to have a tray a few days ago because of, you know, with everything that happened in my life lately with my mom's passing. We've been very busy, and anyway, my usual routine with the alfalfa seeds got a little bit challenged or changed. So first of all, what I usually do is I take these alfalfa sprouts. I'm just gonna still a little bit of water in it, so I don't want all the water to go into my cutting table. So I put my sprouts here in my beautiful deep plate. Usually, like I said, I have much more, and it pretty much fills the whole lower part of the plate here. And this tray that is now empty, I will put seeds in it tonight, and they're gonna letting grow some new ones. After that, I usually add a cucumber. I like these small Lebanese cucumber because they're very crunchy and tiny, and I don't, since they're organic, I wash them, but I don't actually peel them. So I tend to cut this relatively tiny pieces. Cucumbers, I find, add a lot of color, but also crunchiness and hydration in a way, because it's full of water. And so it makes the salad really crispy and delicious. After that, I will add some carrots. Again, I could peel off these carrots. This is my composting my little composting pot here. But I don't, since they're organic, again, I wash them, but I do not peel them because I want to keep a lot of the elements, the important nutritious elements in vegetables are found in their skin. So a bit like potatoes, I tend not to, if possible, not to skin them, take off the skin. So and I can't help treating myself every time I cut vegetables. I'll add a little bit more here, another little carrot. I've been doing this salad recipe for 2 or 3 years now, pretty much every day, honestly. I do try to have a little bit of diversity with other recipes, but this is like my favorite meal, and I'm really enjoying it almost every day. So I treat myself to it, you know. When I'm tired of it, or if I feel something different, I go for it. Always vegetables, always fruits, and always legumes, because I'm very, we could say, I'm vegan oriented, but I don't like the term vegan because it's associated with a lot of things that I'm not necessarily agreeing with in terms of being very dogmatic about it. But you know, I would basically say that my diet is mostly and only fruits, vegetables, and legumes. So this is portobello mushrooms. Usually they come in this shape. They're pretty big, and I tend to use about a third of a portobello mushroom for each salad that I make. I use it raw like that. I like the portobello because it has this this firmness to it that makes it, it's not crunchy obviously, but it's more firm than it usually what we call, I don't know what's the word in English, but in French we call them Paris mushroom. You know, those usual white or brownish mushrooms you find in the grocery stores. So you see it's taking beautiful colors, huh? It's getting beautiful. And I'm going to use after that some sauerkraut. So my sauerkraut, I did a video on how to do my sauerkraut if you go in my listing in my videos. So usually I take some chopsticks to get some sauerkraut. This way I don't put any thing, you know, I don't have to put like my fingers in it in the pot, and don't risk to sort of contaminate it with things. So sauerkraut is absolutely excellent for your gut. It gives you a lot of it really helps the intestinal health. It's really excellent, and it's crunchy and delicious. And then I use these beautiful cherry tomatoes that have been washed, but that I do not peel again. Obviously, nobody peels cherry tomatoes anyways. I don't know why I'm saying that, but... And I usually cut them in half. This way they get the little watery here, and it makes the whole salad more creamy in a way. So, as you see, it makes a beautiful plate. After that, I will sprinkle on the salad some sesame seeds. I'm soon going to have to fill up this little jar. And I also use hemp seeds. Hemp being an extremely amazing way to replace proteins, and has a lot of supplements that are really good for your health. So it's beautiful, and it makes it crunchy as well. And then after that, what I do is I prepare my garlic and my chives. So I have this little mechanical food processor that I really like from Starfruit. It's like a Pro, I don't remember the exact name of it, but it doesn't matter. And I like it because it's manual. I always tend, you know, with an approach that I have of sustainable living, and perhaps one day being off-grid, I always focus on trying to find ways to do things mechanically rather than with electronics or with electricity, because you're more resilient in that way. You know, you never know if you have an electricity shortage or something. Well, you're able to actually do things manually without any problem, you know. So here I'm taking the skin off the garlic. Pretty big garlic, as you can see. My God, you cannot smell my my breath from here since it's video. So I cut my garlic in two to make it more easy to process, and I cut my chives in sort of larger pieces. It doesn't matter if it's not fine because the processor will actually make the whole thing pretty fine. And this usually makes a little bit of noise, and I pull it and for about 30 rounds. So apart from it for anything in the world, I love that little thing. It's really useful. I do a lot of things with it, like, you know, grinding herbs like that, but also my hummus or, you know, things or baba ganoush or things like that. So it's quite useful to grind things or make things even unctuous or what's the word, creamy, you know. So it works well. After that, I just take away the I make sure I recuperate all the garlic and chives from the little processor, and I will just sprinkle it on my salad. I could be mixing this with the sauce, but personally it gives the sauce like a greenish color, which I don't find very appetizing. So I prefer to sprinkle the garlic and the chives directly on the salad to give it to make sure it keeps this beautiful play of colors between white and blue and green, as well as in contrast with the red of the tomatoes and orange of the carrots and things like that. So I find it more harmonious visually like that. So that's for adding the herbs. I also put a little bit of salt just to add some taste to it, and a bit of black pepper. And then I'm moving on to the salad sauce. So for the salad sauce, what I used is I use some peanut butter, which I buy in large jars like that, just in case you wonder where I purchase my food and things. So I'm just going to take a spoonful of this peanut butter. I actually order my organic foods from a, oops, I need my little spatula here too. I usually order my organic foods from a company which is called Lufa Farms, and they're actually a company that grows vegetables on the tops, organic vegetables in greenhouses on the top of Montreal's roofs. So it's really local and it's organic, and their vegetables are really delicious, especially these little tomatoes, those tiny cherry tomatoes. They're amazing. It's like, oh, they're juicy. They're nothing like the little tomatoes you'll buy in the groceries, in a usual grocery store. Then I will use my tahini, which, like I said, is a sesame paste. It's really tasty, and it has a texture that's very creamy. So you see both mixed up here. And that company, Lufa Farms, is great because they also, the thing is that you can order online as a little, it is a bit like an online supermarket, so you can choose all the elements you want and the quantity you want without having to go through the hustle bustle of going into the stores, especially in this pandemic period, where personally I didn't like going out so much during the pandemics in stores because we had to wear a mask and everything. So this is the good thing about this company, is that you order your stuff online, and then after that either they can, for a minimum price, they can either deliver it to your house. This is apple cider vinegar that I make myself with apples. It takes 5 minutes to do and about a month to ferment. it's really, really easy, and it's usually quite expensive when you buy it new. It's like about $6 or $7 a small bottle, while here I have tons of it, and for the only price of like 3 apples. So that's really worth doing it yourself. So I use about a spoonful, a generous spoonful of this. And I also use a generous spoonful of tamari, which this one is light. Doesn't mean, and also it doesn't have gluten. This is the good thing about tamari instead of soy sauce. Well, it is basically, it is a soy sauce, but it's without gluten, and that's why it has a different name. Also, I use lemon. Usually I buy 3 lemons a week, and then I press them, and I put it in the fridge or in the freezer, because just to make sure that I keep the juice for a while, for a long time, for a week. So here's another spoonful of that lemon juice. So now you see it has this strange marble color. And then what else am I adding? Yes, I'm adding some turmeric. Turmeric is an excellent, and has a beautiful color, extremely great for the health. And I just put a little bit like that, not more than this. And it's an anti-pain. I'm trying to find the word in English. It's a natural pain relief. It's not pain. I'm trying to find the other word. It's inflammation relief. I'm sorry. It's a natural inflammation relief that's excellent for the body, and it's natural. And and it's really good for the immune system. And this is ginger, powdered ginger, always organic. I put just, a bit of it, not so much. And that's pretty much it. So you get like this really strange mixture of liquids and colors and solids. And what I do is I just mix that with my spatula very slowly, not to make it splatter everywhere. And as the more I mix this, the more I'm gonna get a creamy texture to my sauce. Today, and it depends of the days. Some days it becomes more creamy, and sometimes it's more liquid. In this day, it's a bit more liquid. So what I tend to do, when you see how almost watery it is, I'm gonna add a little bit more of peanut butter. And the reason why it changes textures, it's often related to, depending on the tahini sauce and the peanut butter sauce, sometimes you get the more oily part of it, and sometimes it's more dense in terms of matter and solids. So depending on which part of the jar you are, you're gonna have a more or less liquid creamy thing. So that's why I'm adapting with adding a little bit more peanut butter. So now it's more creamy, it's more to my taste. And I will now add this sauce to my salad. Usually I mix it up all together. So that was that recipe for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it inspired you to try something new and delicious, and get some really, really healthy food into your body, and enjoy the colors, the tastes, and the healthy things it brings to you. Take care. Have a good day. Bye. Bon appétit.